To embrace change is to embrace the flow of spirit. Oh my gosh. We know that in this life, in the environment, in almost everything, there is always a constant change. The reason why is because things should not remain the same. The more we hang on to things to keep them the same, that is where suffering can lie. We are meant to grow, to change, to embrace more and more and more. And when we hold back and withdraw, we think we have control, right? Because that's what resistance to change is. Change can be an unknown. Change can be fear. Change can be something that we don't want. And so we withdraw from that change. And that is where the suffering lies. Instead, we can embrace that change. That is exactly the way the entire world works. Look at nature. Through the seasons, it goes fall, letting go, winter, going within to hibernate and to regenerate, and then spring, we come out, we re-blossom. Again, there's that ebb and flow and change constantly. And it is inviting us to embrace more and more of life, to embrace all that we potentially can be, all that we can potentially experience by opening ourselves up. And that leads to intuition. When we are open and receptive and accepting, there is something intuitive within us that says, there, go towards that. And we know because it brings us joy. We know because we have an attraction to that because it gives us a sense of joy and happiness. And I am not talking about addictions towards things. I am talking about feeling the flow of spirit as things change, as we are asked to step out of our routines, our comfort zones. I think I defined in one of my other videos, I read this in the book, Art of Uncertainty. A rut is just a never-ending grave to which we will be headed into. We are meant to be creative. We are meant to be more than what our limited thoughts are, our limited beliefs. And when change comes, we can embrace it for what it is. If it's a change that we aren't quite joyful about, this too shall pass. All joys, all unhappinesses, all frustrations, they all come and go. And so within us, we can be open to what it is, experience it, and most often we will learn from it. I don't invite challenges and changes that I don't necessarily want, but when I get through it, I look back on it and I say, you know what? I learned a lot about that. I learned a lot about myself, and I learned a lot about what is inside of me to be able to give, to be able to do. I would say that the major challenges in my life, cancer being one of them, put me on a path that I needed to be on. Had that not happened, I have to be honest with myself and say, I never would have made some major changes that were required of me in going through that major health challenge. And I'm not saying it takes a health challenge. It doesn't have to take anything tragic. Take inventory of where you are, what you are avoiding or pushing away, and embrace everything in this moment and go within. Go within knowing that all wisdom, all intuitive guidance is within, and that getting quiet and listening to that will direct us to where we need to go. Trust your body, trust the change, trust that your body will give you the direction. That means listening to your body, taking care of it, and giving it plenty of quiet time to speak to you. We all know we have gotten those aha insights in our mind, but we can also get it as a feeling in doing something, and we just feel this natural rush of joy and spirit going through us, flowing. And that's why change is important to embrace, because spirit always flows. Things are not done. Things are not done, complete, that's it. It is ever flowing, ever expanding. They are still discovering new species, new plants, new animals. They are still discovering things. It is ever, ever expanding. And you too can expand with that within change. So embrace it. Take risks, and they don't have to be dangerous to you or life-threatening. Take risks and break out of the rut, because you can do it, and you are more than you think. It is all within you. I will see you next Friday. This is Pasco Pam with shorter hair.